Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the explosive developments surrounding Monica Quartermaine's emotional funeral service and the shocking surprises that will leave Port Charles residents reeling this Monday, September 29, 2025. Monica's farewell takes an unexpected turn. The somber atmosphere at the Quartermaine mansion continues to permeate through the grand estate as family members, close friends, and longtime Port Charles residents gather to honor the remarkable legacy of Monica Quartermaine. This beloved matriarch, whose decades-long presence shaped countless lives throughout the community, deserves nothing less than a celebration befitting her extraordinary contributions to both medicine and her cherished family. The carefully orchestrated memorial service has been meticulously planned to reflect Monica's sophisticated taste and unwavering dedication to those she held dear. Elegant floral arrangements cascade throughout the mansion's historic rooms, while photographs spanning Monica's illustrious career as a cardiologist and devoted family member create a touching visual tribute. The Quartermaine dining room, where countless family gatherings took place over the years, has been transformed into a sanctuary of remembrance where heartfelt stories and cherished memories flow freely among the assembled mourners. Drew's calculated intrusion raises suspicions. However, the peaceful reverence of this sacred occasion faces an imminent disruption that threatens to overshadow the dignified proceedings. Cain, whose recent actions have positioned him as a contentious figure within the Quartermaine circle, makes an unexpected and highly controversial appearance at the funeral service. His arrival sends ripples of tension throughout the gathered crowd, as family members exchange knowing glances filled with apprehension and barely concealed anger. Drew's theatrical entrance, complete with his wheelchair, impeccably tailored formal attire, and what appears to be carefully manufactured emotional distress, presents a facade that few are likely to believe. His conversation with Martin Gray reveals his alleged desire to bid farewell to the woman he claims to have loved as a mother figure. Yet beneath this seemingly genuine sentiment lies a calculated coldness that betrays his true intentions. Those who know Drew's character intimately understand that his capacity for authentic emotion has been severely compromised by his relentless pursuit of personal vengeance. The stark contradiction between Drew's proclaimed grief and his documented neglect of his own daughter, Scout Quartermaine, exposes the hollow nature of his purported sorrow. If Drew cannot demonstrate genuine care and emotional investment in his own flesh and blood, how can anyone believe that his tears for Monica stem from authentic love, rather than manipulative theater designed to advance his hidden agenda? Family unity faces its greatest test. The Quartermaine family's protective instincts immediately activate as they recognize the potential threat Drew's presence poses to their sacred gathering. Yet the moral complexity of the situation creates an uncomfortable dilemma that tests their collective conscience. Despite their justified anger toward Drew's recent betrayals and destructive behavior, denying someone the fundamental human right to say goodbye to a parental figure challenges their inherent sense of decency and compassion. This ethical quandary may create divisions within the family ranks, as some members might advocate for allowing Drew his moment of farewell, while others remain steadfast in their determination to protect Monica's memory from potential exploitation. The tension becomes palpable as whispered conversations and heated exchanges threaten to fracture the unified front the family desperately needs to maintain during this vulnerable time. Drew's notorious reputation for deception and manipulation adds another layer of complexity to an already emotionally charged situation. His history of strategic maneuvering and calculated betrayal suggests that his funeral appearance serves purposes far beyond simple closure. The possibility that he intends to deliver another devastating legal blow or make a public announcement designed to humiliate the grieving family looms large over the proceedings. Like a dark storm cloud, Tracy's emotional struggle and unexpected support. The original funeral arrangements included Tracy Quartermaine delivering a heartfelt eulogy, honoring her beloved family member's extraordinary life and enduring impact. However, the overwhelming weight of grief and emotion proved too much for Tracy to bear in that critical moment. Her inability to find the strength to speak publicly about Monica's passing reflects the profound depth of their relationship and the devastating impact of this irreplaceable loss. In Tracy's moment of vulnerability, both Lucy Coe and Jason Morgan stepped forward to fill the emotional void with their own touching tributes. Lucy's characteristic warmth and eloquence provided comfort to the assembled mourners, while Jason's typically reserved but deeply felt words carried special significance. Given his complex history within the Quartermaine family dynamics, their willingness to support Tracy during her time of need demonstrates the interconnected bonds that define Port Charles' relationships. The question remains whether Tracy will eventually summon the emotional fortitude necessary to share her own memories and feelings about Monica once the immediate crisis with Drew has been resolved. Her potential speech could provide crucial healing not only for herself, but for the entire family as they navigate this difficult transition period. Erika Slezak's mysterious appearance shocks Tracy. The drama surrounding Monica's funeral takes an even more unexpected turn when Tracy encounters a completely unfamiliar face at the mausoleum. This mysterious woman's presence raises immediate questions about her identity and potential connection to the Quartermaine family legacy. When the stranger turns around, revealing herself as the character portrayed by veteran actress Erika Slezak, the shock on Tracy's face suggests that this encounter carries far more significance than a simple case of mistaken identity. Speculation runs rampant regarding this enigmatic woman's true purpose and relationship to Monica's past. The most compelling theory suggests that she could be Monica's long-lost sister, a family secret that remained buried for decades until Monica's death brought hidden truths to light. Such a revelation would add another layer of complexity to the Quartermaine family tree and potentially introduce new dynamics that could reshape existing relationships and allegiances. The timing of this mysterious woman's appearance raises additional questions about her motivations and knowledge of current family affairs. Did she learn about Monica's passing through public channels, or has she been quietly monitoring the Quartermaine family from a distance? Her presence at the mausoleum suggests intimate knowledge of Monica's final resting place and funeral arrangements, indicating possible insider information or long-standing connections to Port Charles residents. The potential for new alliances and conflicts. If Erika Slezak's character indeed represents Monica's previously unknown sister, her arrival could dramatically alter the power dynamics within the Quartermaine family structure. A blood relative with legitimate claims to Monica's legacy might possess the authority and motivation necessary to challenge Drew's aggressive tactics and protect the family's interests in ways that current members cannot. Alternatively, this mysterious figure might harbor her own agenda that could prove equally threatening to family stability. Her sudden appearance during such a vulnerable time could represent an opportunistic attempt to exploit the family's grief for personal gain. The uncertainty surrounding her true intentions creates an atmosphere of suspicion and wariness that compounds the existing stress from Drew's unwelcome presence. The convergence of these two unexpected elements, Drew's calculated intrusion and the mystery woman's shocking appearance, suggests that Monica's funeral will become a pivotal moment that reshapes multiple storylines and character relationships. Next, we will learn about the tantalizing possibility of a beloved Quartermaine family member making his long-awaited return to Port Charles during one of the family's most emotionally challenging periods in recent memory. Robert Palmer Watkins' journey beyond Port Charles. Robert Palmer Watkins carved an indelible impression on General Hospital viewers during his compelling portrayal of Dillon Quartermaine, the artistically gifted and emotionally complex son of the indomitable Tracy Quartermaine. His dynamic performance breathed new life into the character, transforming Dillon from a background family member into a central figure, whose romantic entanglements, creative aspiration, and family loyalty created countless memorable moments that continue to resonate with longtime fans of the ABC daytime drama. Following his departure from the fictional world of Port Charles, Watkins successfully transitioned into other high-profile television projects that showcased his versatility as an actor. His role in AMC's post-apocalyptic spin-off series The Walking Dead World Beyond demonstrated his ability to adapt to dramatically different genres, while his appearances on the adrenaline-fueled police procedural SWAT proved his capacity to handle intense action sequences and complex character dynamics. These career moves established Watkins as a sought-after performer, capable of delivering compelling performances across multiple television formats. Despite his professional success in these newer ventures, Watkins has consistently maintained strong emotional connections to his General Hospital roots. His genuine affection for the show, its cast members, and the devoted fanbase has remained evident through his occasional social media interactions and public statements about his time in the fictional town that launched his career to new heights. The Instagram post that ignited fan speculation. The entertainment world was recently set ablaze when Watkins shared a particularly poignant photograph on his Instagram account that immediately captured the attention of General hospital enthusiasts worldwide. The image featured the actor standing alongside the legendary Jane Elliott, whose portrayal of Tracy Quartermaine has become synonymous with strength, wit, and unwavering family devotion throughout her decades-long tenure on the beloved soap opera. The carefully crafted caption accompanying this nostalgic photograph struck an emotional chord that reverberated throughout the General Hospital fan community. Watkins wrote with heartfelt sincerity, "Does Dillon need to come home and give Tracy a hug? I hear it's been a sad week with Monica's storyline. She will be so missed. I'm glad her character is being honored so well, and I hear Tracy is crushing her scenes. Miss ya, TV mom." This seemingly simple message contained layers of meaning that dedicated viewers immediately recognized and appreciated. The reference to Monica's current storyline acknowledged the profound impact of Leslie Charleston's character departure, while simultaneously expressing genuine admiration for Jane Elliott's masterful handling of Tracy's emotional journey during this devastating period. The playful yet tender tone suggested that Watkins remains deeply invested in the fictional family dynamics that once defined his daily professional life. Fan response reaches fever pitch. The overwhelming response from General Hospital's passionate fanbase exceeded all expectations, transforming Watkins' innocent social media post into a viral phenomenon that demonstrated the enduring power of beloved soap opera characters. Within hours of publication, the comments section became flooded with enthusiastic pleas, heartfelt memories, and desperate appeals for the actor's immediate return to the show that made him a household name among daytime television audiences. One particularly vocal supporter declared with unmistakable enthusiasm, "Yes, I've been saying for years, please come back full-time. You're so missed at GH and you brought swagger and charm to Dillon." This sentiment perfectly encapsulated the general consensus among viewers who have spent years hoping for Watkins' triumphant return to Port Charles, especially during moments of high family drama that would naturally warrant Dillon's presence and support. Another devoted fan echoed these feelings with equal passion, writing, "Yes, he needs to hug his mama. It's been too long since we saw Dillon." The emphasis on the mother-son relationship between Tracy and Dillon highlighted one of the most compelling aspects of Watkins' previous storylines, particularly the complex dynamics that developed between these two strong-willed characters, who often found themselves at odds yet remained fundamentally connected by unbreakable family bonds. The direct nature of fan inquiries became increasingly apparent as one viewer boldly asked, "Would you ever consider coming back permanently?" Followed by the wistful addition, "You are so missed." This straightforward approach demonstrated the genuine desperation many fans feel regarding Watkins' absence from their daily viewing experience and their willingness to advocate directly for his return. The emotional appeal of perfect timing. The timing of Watkins' social media post could not have been more emotionally resonant, coinciding with one of General Hospital's most significant storyline developments in recent memory. Monica Quartermaine's departure from the canvas has left an enormous emotional void within the fictional family structure, creating natural opportunities for estranged or absent family members to return home. During this period of collective grief and healing, one fan perfectly captured this sentiment by writing, "Robert, you're such a tease, but not gonna lie. I'd love to see that handsome face on GH comforting his on-screen mama." This response highlighted both the playful frustration fans feel when actors hint at potential returns and their genuine desire to see familiar faces providing comfort during difficult storylines that require strong family support systems. The emotional weight of the current storyline prompted another viewer to confess, "I'd be disappointed in Dillon if he didn't go hug his mama. You're so missed on GH." This comment revealed how deeply invested fans become in the moral character and family loyalty of their favorite fictional personalities, expecting them to behave according to established personality traits and family values. Even when absent from the screen, hope and humor blend in fan responses. The variety of fan responses demonstrated the diverse ways viewers process their attachment to beloved characters and the actors who portray them. Some opted for simple but emphatic expressions of support, such as the straightforward yes that required no additional explanation, to convey complete enthusiasm for Watkins' potential return to the show. Others chose to inject humor into their appeals while maintaining their underlying seriousness about wanting Dillon back in Port Charles. One particularly memorable comment read, "I secretly hoped the doorbell was Dillon the other day. No, just Lucy," which perfectly captured the anticipation many fans experience during dramatic moments. when unexpected character returns could provide maximum emotional impact. This blend of hope and humor characterized much of the fan response, suggesting that General Hospital viewers have learned to maintain optimistic expectations while protecting themselves from potential disappointment through lighthearted commentary about their favorite show's storytelling patterns and character appearance schedules. Next, we're diving deep into the intriguing possibility that Britt Westburn's Huntington's disease diagnosis might not be what it seems. Let's start by revisiting that pivotal moment when Britt first learned about her supposed condition. Picture this: Britt, the sharp-witted doctor with a complicated family history, sitting in a sterile hospital room, her world crumbling as test results revealed she carried the marker for Huntington's disease. It was Jason Morgan, the stoic enforcer with a heart of gold, who stood by her side through the tears and turmoil. Their connection deepened in that instant, as Jason became her rock, listening intently as she poured out her deepest fears about a future filled with uncertainty and decline. This emotional bond wasn't just a fleeting comfort, it shaped her decisions moving forward. In fact, it played a huge role in her choice to pack up and leave Port Charles back in early 2023. Britt's reasoning was heartbreakingly selfless. Imagine sparing her closest friends and family from the agony of witnessing her slow deterioration, perhaps even picturing them at her bedside as the disease took its toll. To add layers to this, imagine Britt confiding in Jason about vivid nightmares of losing control, her hands shaking uncontrollably during simple tasks like holding a coffee cup or signing a patient's chart. These invented fears amplify the stakes, showing how the diagnosis invaded every corner of her mind, pushing her toward isolation. Shifting gears to her time abroad, Britt's story took an even more mysterious turn during her stint in Croatia. There, away from the prying eyes of Port Charles, she was seen administering nightly injections of an enigmatic substance right before bed. We can speculate that this was her desperate attempt to combat the relentless advance of Huntington's, perhaps a cutting-edge experimental drug sourced from underground European clinics, whispered about in medical circles for its potential to delay symptoms. But here's where things get really fascinating. What if those injections were entirely unnecessary? What if the whole diagnosis was an elaborate ruse? Expanding on this, let's invent a scenario where Britt sourced the drug through shady contacts, maybe even crossing paths with international smugglers who promised miracles but delivered placebos. This adds a thriller element, heightening the drama as she injected hope into her veins each night, all while the truth simmered beneath the surface. Back at General Hospital, the plot thickened when Dr. Lucas Jones stepped in to examine her upon her return. To his surprise, Britt showed absolutely no telltale signs of Huntington's progression. No involuntary movements, no cognitive slips, nothing that screamed impending doom. This observation sparked a wave of speculation among fans, who began theorizing about foul play. Could someone have doctored her test results? Or was it a case of outright deception, with falsified records planted to manipulate her life? Britt, ever the skeptic yet haunted by her beliefs, demanded Lucas double-check her files, her voice trembling with a mix of hope and dread. In our expanded take, imagine Lucas poring over digital records late into the night, uncovering subtle discrepancies like mismatched dates or unfamiliar lab signatures, fueling the fire of doubt. The storyline could pivot here toward a groundbreaking revelation. Either this secret medication is magically holding the disease at bay, defying all known science, or Britt never had Huntington's to begin with. Of course, in the real world, Huntington's is a merciless genetic disorder with no cure or true remission, progressing inevitably like a ticking clock. But soap operas thrive on bending reality, so we're all happily suspending disbelief, eagerly awaiting how the writers twist medical facts into dramatic gold. To flesh this out, let's add a fictional fan theory circulating online. Perhaps Britt's remission ties into a hidden gene therapy trial, secretly funded by a shadowy organization, blending science fiction with heartfelt emotion. Delving deeper into Britt's psyche, her unwavering conviction that she's on borrowed time clashes starkly with Lucas's professional assessment. This tension has us all pondering if there's a larger conspiracy at play. Consider her infamous parents, the villainous Caesar Faison and the formidable Liesel Obrecht, whose long list of enemies could easily include someone vengeful enough to tamper with Britt's medical tests. Maybe it was a calculated strike to destabilize the family, or a ploy to drive Britt into exile. Inventing new details, envision a clandestine meeting where an anonymous hacker, hired by a rival, slips into the hospital's database, altering DNA markers with a few keystrokes. all to sow chaos in the Faison Britt dynasty. This misdiagnosis angle opens doors to endless possibilities, transforming Britt's arc from tragedy to triumph. Now, let's explore the theory that Caesar Faison or a member of the Casadini clan might be behind a fabricated Huntington scare. Britt appears fully functional these days, but remember those early hand tremors that first raised alarms? They could be retconned as symptoms of something far less fatal, perhaps a targeted poisoning, designed to mimic the disease's onset. Imagine a toxin subtly introduced via a tainted drink at a family gathering, causing temporary shakes that fooled even the best doctors. This rewrite would fit General Hospital's penchant for dramatic reversals. Then there's that cryptic note Britt received, marked with a simple C. Was it from her presumed dead father, Caesar, signaling he's alive and pulling strings from the shadows? Anna Devane has voiced her doubts about Caesar's demise, hinting at his survival in hidden bunkers, orchestrating schemes like a puppet master. Alternatively, C might point to the Cassidy Victor, with his mad genius, or the eternally scheming Helena, who could have faked the diagnosis as part of a grander plot to control Britt's inheritance, or loyalty. Even though Jack Brennan claimed Victor's brain is preserved in a jar, soaps love resurrecting the dead, as we've seen with recent comebacks that defy logic. To expand creatively, let's invent a subplot where the note arrives with a faint scent of Caesar's favorite cologne, triggering Britt's buried memories of childhood hideouts, blending nostalgia with suspense. On another intriguing front, could the World Security Bureau WSB be entangled in this web? It's not out of the realm for them to engineer a false diagnosis to manipulate Britt, perhaps using her as a pawn in a larger espionage game tied to her father's criminal empire. With both of Caesar's children, Britt and the recently revealed to be alive Nathan, was thriving against the odds. It bolsters the idea that Caesar is out there, evading capture and influencing events from afar. Adding new elements, picture Nathan receiving similar cryptic warnings, leading to a sibling reunion where they piece together clues about their father's survival, perhaps involving decoded messages hidden in old family photos. This could culminate in a high-stakes confrontation, reshaping alliances in Port Charles. As we wrap up this spoiler speculation, the layers of mystery surrounding Britt's health keep us hooked. Whether it's a misdiagnosis, a family betrayal, or a shadowy organization's ploy, General Hospital is poised to deliver twists that redefine her future. Stay tuned, soap fans. What do you think is really going on? Drop your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.